In the 1970s, the eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes built the most advanced deep-sea mining ship the world had ever seen. The media loved it. But the entire thing was a lie. A brilliant, billion-dollar cover story for one of the most audacious heists in history. The CIA was going to steal a sunken Soviet nuclear submarine from the bottom of the ocean. It's 1968, the absolute height of the Cold War. A Soviet K-129 submarine, armed with nuclear ballistic missiles, suddenly vanishes in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The Soviets can't find it, but America does. Using a secret network of underwater listening posts, they pinpoint its location. 3 miles deep, a graveyard of crushed steel on the ocean floor. To the CIA, this wasn't a tragedy, it was the intelligence opportunity of a lifetime. Inside that wreck were Soviet codebooks, nuclear technology, and secrets that could change the balance of global power. But there was one massive problem. How do you retrieve a 2,000-ton submarine from a depth of 16,000 feet, deeper than any salvage operation ever attempted, without the entire world, especially the Soviet Union, noticing? It was considered technologically impossible and diplomatically suicidal. Any normal ship would be spotted immediately. They needed a perfect disguise. So the CIA came up with a plan so audacious it bordered on insane. They would build the biggest, most advanced ship on the planet, not as a spy ship, but as a commercial deep-sea mining vessel. And to make the cover story believable, they brought in the only man eccentric and rich enough to pull it off, Howard Hughes. And here's the genius part. They didn't just announce the cover story, they lived it. They filed patents, gave interviews about ocean mining, and created a complete, fabricated reality. This wasn't just a lie, it was a full-blown psychological operation on a global scale. It shows us the terrifying mindset of the Cold War. No price was too high, and no deception was too elaborate to gain an edge over the enemy. The heart of this deception was a machine hidden inside the ship, codenamed Clementine. It was a gigantic mechanical claw, as tall as a building, designed to be lowered through a secret opening in the ship's hull, a moon pool. For 6 years, the world watched the Glomar Explorer being built, believing it was for mining. But its true purpose was to descend into the crushing darkness of the abyss, grab a nuclear submarine, and pull it up into its belly without anyone ever knowing. In the summer of 1974, the mission began. For weeks, the crew of the Glomar Explorer worked in absolute secrecy. The claw, known as the capture vehicle, slowly descended. It latched on to the submarine. The impossible was happening. They began the long, agonizing process of lifting their prize, and then disaster struck. Halfway up, a catastrophic failure occurred. The submarine, weakened by years under pressure, fractured. A huge section, including some of the most valuable intelligence, broke away and plunged back into the abyss, lost forever. They only managed to recover the front portion of the sub. Even though the mission was only partially successful, the recovered section still provided invaluable intelligence. But the story wasn't over. The secret eventually leaked to the press. When journalists asked the CIA to comment, the agency responded with a phrase that has since become legendary: "We can neither confirm nor deny." It was the birth of the Glomar Response, a tool governments still use today to deflect questions about secret operations. Project Azorian wasn't just a heist, it was a monument to the silent, invisible war fought in the shadows. The fact that a piece of the submarine was lost forever is almost poetic. It reminds us that even in the most meticulously planned operations, there are forces, nature, physics, and luck, that can never be fully controlled. The mission's true legacy is a chilling reminder of how far nations are willing to go and the incredible secrets that still lie hidden in the deep. Thank you for joining us on NeuroNexus Earth.